Now to the DMK's high-profile meeting to discuss the consequences of delimitation in Chennai. Top opposition political leaders, including some chief ministers from 7 states, have begun arriving in Chennai for the meeting tomorrow. Kerala Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan and Shiromani Akali Dal leaders from Punjab were the first to arrive in the city. The DMK has taken the political lead on the delimitation issue, and while most opposition parties in the state have sided with the DMK, the state BJP in Tamil Nadu has decided to hoist a black flag protest against the meeting. It has declared that any talk on delimitation is premature and that the DMK is fear-mongering to create a political narrative. In fact, Home Minister Amit Shah himself took on the DMK on the language issue. Joining me this evening, Lok Sabha MP from Perambalur, Arun Nehru. Thanks very much, Arun, for speaking to us here on the Southern View. My first question to you, with no clarity on how the delimitation process will play out and the fact that this may not even be possible before a census, is this meeting to discuss it in Chennai premature because the BJP has declared that this is a political stunt and the DMK's fear-mongering exercise? Your response?
Good evening, sir. Thank you for having me here. Just because the BJP feels that it's premature, it doesn't mean that it is going to be affecting the issues that we are trying to raise. And if in case, they're professional enough, they could have come back and said that, these are the issues that we will be talking about. And these are the terms of reference in which we will be discussing about. And this is how we're going to protect the South. Other than that, other than just political bickering and political warmongering, the BJP hasn't still come out with a clear plan to placate, the issues of the South, primarily equitable representation, which I think is fair in any democracy. Just because the DMK raises it, it doesn't mean that, it is going to come, it's not going to come. And if it's not only about the DMK, there are allies of the, ruling party which have voiced support saying that it needs fair representation. So I don't think it's just a message of a simple, politics here. It is about the lives and of millions of people who want a clear answer from the center.
Okay, you're saying you need a clear answer from that center. While I take that point, isn't this also about creating a political narrative ahead of 2026? Because one of the key allegations is that this is an issue that's being used to create that narrative of the Tamil identity under threat, southern states under threat, to tide over anti-incumbency. The Home Minister has even accused the DMK of spreading quote-unquote poison in the name of language.
Sir, let me take you a little back, sir. In 2002, when Mr. Vajpayee ji was the Prime Minister, when this delimitation exercise was supposed to be carried on, it was agreed unanimously. Let me quote again. It was the BJP government under Vajpayee ji that said that we're going to do it 25 years later. They're going to push the delimitation 25 years later. So are they trying to demean Vajpayee ji by saying that this is just politics, or are just, suitably taking up this cause just because they don't have a proper answer to the South? See, irrespective of that, we have elections every 2 years. There's, every 3 years parliamentary election here in Tamil Nadu cycle, and then the next 2 years is the assembly cycle. So irrespective of the cycle, we have a situation where constitutionally, after 26, the delimitation is supposed to take place. And the census, which is being pending from 21, is supposed to be taking place. And a combination of items, such as the feeling that Tamils are being left out by the union government and this delimitation exercise coming into place, we are trying to, represent and ask for a fair delimitation. I think it is morally the duty of the central government to answer to all the parties involved, irrespective of the politics.
Right. Important point that you're making there. It is a very important issue, one that raises multiple concerns, and you expect clarity from the center. But what is really the objective of the meeting tomorrow? What would you believe could be the potential outcome? I mean, what kind of clarity do you expect from the center, given that some of this may even need a constitutional amendment to move forward?
I think what we're trying to do is understand and, I think coagulate all the points across the country and across different regions. They understand their issues too. And this is just not a Tamil Nadu issue. This is an issue that will affect millions of people tomorrow. Let me also give you a data point, sir. Those states which had population controls and, HDI improvement from the last 30 years will form the southern 5 states. For example, the southern 5 states has about 230 million population. And their representation is about 17% in today's Lok Sabha. But UP today has more than 300 million people, and their representation is up to 21%. So I think there are numbers which need to be answered, even by the central government, statistically, without any politics here. So with all these discrepancies in numbers and representation in place, all that we are trying to form is a platform that can assure us an equitable representation in the growth of the country.
Right. Important point that you made there, crisp and articulate. Thanks very much there, Arun Nehru, for sharing those thoughts.